Namaste Angels. This is going to be another forecast. This is for one of my repeat clients, and she ordered an hour-long reading. But she wanted to know like some forecast stuff too, and so I decided to break her reading into two pieces. And I'm going to do first a card per month from my Angels of Abundance Oracle to see what the Angels of Abundance recommend for her. One card for each month, what their advice is to her. And then I'm going to give her one of the other 2019 forecast spreads that I've been doing. She's single. So it's a single Leo for whom I'm reading. Beginning with, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, only that you do. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. And opening to successful funding, which I've seen for her before, that there's some business that she's in line for, a very important purpose, and there's going to be support to make it happen. She does already teach a class, so it could be for that, to expand that business. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into a reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Successful funding and words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you will attract for yourself and others. And lastly, sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there is no need to suffer or to sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all the effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of all time. Successful funding. Organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it's simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you to know and to plan your next action steps. Overall energy is abundance mindset. I just wanted to let you know also that a card had jumped out. It was called, "It is safe for you to receive." I've been talking a lot, particularly this week, about, many of us have difficulty receiving. We're more so givers. So work on that if that's something that's been plaguing you too. Also, that organizing for success card, I felt something having nothing to do with what I read from the card in connection to that. Like organizing, like an organizer, like protests or something. Protests, like a community organizer. That may be something that you're meant to be involved in too in 2019. So abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that will happen in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something that you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon divine life purpose. Even if you can't recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. So that's your gift for the month of January from the Angels of Abundance. February, raise or promotion. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. This can be a literal raise or promotion, obviously, or it can be, you know, like the universe, God raising you up, promoting you. And when that happens, then, you know, it manifests down here in different ways too. Can directly be, again, a raise or promotion, like at your job, or some other abundance flow coming to you. Something positive headed toward your way that will increase you in February because you deserve it. March. And I've been warning people about March with the regular 2019 forecast because there is the first retrograde, Mercury retrograde of the year. But let's see what it means for you here. Pay yourself first. This kind of does it, you know, it's like paying you as opposed to somebody else. And we are supposed to avoid like contracts and things with other people during a Mercury retrograde. So that could be why. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time that you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. April. God is your source. Everything that you need is supplied in the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. So if you find yourself in a particular place of need, and it's not necessarily financial, you know, sometimes we're in a place of need, you know, emotional, spiritual, financial, some material, something we want, physical, we're missing something, we're craving something, then that's when you're supposed to call on the universe. When that happens in April. May. Organize for success. Don't let the word organize intimidate you, as it's simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you to know and to plan your next action steps. Yes, but again, I feel something about some sort of like community organizing also. And May is a good time for that. Like spring, maybe some like marathon or, you know, race. I don't know. But, you know, those things tend to happen in like spring and fall. Those type or you know, other protests, marches and stuff. June. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually comes to reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So June, a period of manifestation, basically, for you. July, block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and your working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. August. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you will discover the amazing generosity of this universe. September. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. This can be somebody like around you getting something that you feel they don't deserve. And we all know that happens. You know, somebody being promoted and, you know, somebody else did all the work or something like that. You're just going to need to be mindful, you know, to not covet this person's, whatever it is they're getting, their blessing. October. Quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Now, up until the last 2019 forecast that I did, November had been like stellar for everybody. Let's see. Dreams of abundance. As you go to sleep, God and your angels and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you to manifest your desires into reality. And for December, do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. Now look at this. November, dreams of abundance. Something comes up. And so I'm thinking that this is in great part literal. Whether you're asleep or you're awake and you have some sort of vision, something comes to you, an intuitive thought or idea. It's followed up the following month by putting this into action. Whatever this is that you conceive here in November, putting it into action, right? Dreams of abundance. And then it's not enough to dream or to pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will help them to flourish like a lush flower garden. So yeah, something definitely gets started up here in November. You have a great idea and you're going to need to begin to put it into action in December to make for an even more awesome 2020. You know what? I was going to pick these up, but I'm going to leave them here and go ahead and just lay the other spread on top of them. You know, they may be connected. They don't have to be, but they may be. With this deck, I'm beginning with past life. And I did feel that it had to do with a person, like from your past, as I was shuffling, but you know, we'll see what comes up from now on. Travel. Maybe visiting somebody from your past, or they visit you, they show up. You revisit a relationship, a connection. Past life. Short-term heartbreak, delay, drama, conflict, discord, separation. Past life. A friendship, again, could be a friend from your past returning or something, and perhaps a relationship with them growing to something greater, or them wanting it to grow, or you wanting it to grow to something greater. But we do have a genuine friendship on which to build upon. Past life. And fair male. He may be a Capricorn. This card can also just be connected to past life as in a karmic issue, you know, with a lesson involved that you're going to need to learn, because this card in this deck tends to represent the karmic masculine energy for me. Not necessarily an actual male, but, you know, very possible. And then more specifically an earth sign likely, and then even more specifically a Capricorn. And that doesn't mean it can't be a woman, you know, maybe a masculine type woman that is a Capricorn. It can also deal with that type of energy, like not necessarily be an actual person, but be like Capricorn or Saturn energy that makes you feel restricted, or yeah, forced to deal with something from the past. Oh, there's the karmic female card too. So there could be, yeah, some people, some energies definitely surrounding you. And then here's long distance that I'm also being shown at the same time. So it could be connected to that travel and literally or figuratively visiting or revisiting people and situations from your past. Past life. And having to like complete some sort of karmic lesson. Yep, because that's how destiny works. You know, there's some stuff that we just have to complete. Like, it's not about free will choice. You know, it's outside forces beyond our control. No, overall energy is true love. I'm laughing because she's always like, I don't need to focus on love. It's going to come like, you know, knowing, believing, faith. I mean, I love her faith in that regard that, you know, the universe, God is going to send her the appropriate person at the appropriate time. But she's like never focused on the love, and it always seems to come through. So yes, true love. Okay, January. Long distance. So this is like waiting for, as it relates to abundance, at least, like waiting for your ships to come in and maybe requiring a little bit more patience. But sitting here atop this deservingness card from the abundance angels, I think that it's to strengthen your faith in knowing that, you know, it is coming in. You know, it's on the horizon for sure for you. Abundance in all forms. So that could be connected to the love too, the true love. February. You have raise a promotion there. And sure enough, you've got the card that represents Jupiter and, you know, and that Sagittarius Wheel of Fortune energy for me atop it. If anybody can give you a raise a promotion, it's Jupiter, young female. And it could actually be a young female, a younger female that's particularly impactful. This could be you, very youthful, especially as a fire sign with a very youthful look to her. Although you're a fixed sign and not a mutable sign, you still got that youthful look. So this could also be representative of you at the same time too. Atop Pay Yourself First in March, and what will be again Mercury retrograde. Triangle, some sort of party of three, and you're being guided again to prioritize yourself by the angels of abundance here above whatever this may be or represent in your life. Atop God is your source. It is a young male. This is about everything being supplied to you by God. This could be the mate. I mean, I first heard sun, and this card can represent so many things. All the cards, sometimes they have more than one meaning, you know, in the same reading at the same moment. But we do have young male crossing young female, and there could be a young, innocent start to a relationship here in April. perhaps after a choice of more than one suitor in March. But I did also hear Sun. It's possible you could be helping your son to manifest something while it's here at top guard as your source. Praying for him as mothers do. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with him, but like I said, you might be helping him to manifest something. Or you may be wanting to manifest something that, will support the both of you, or, make him proud or something. May. And this is where the Organize for Success card is. Let's see if they're connected. Well, it's dark male. And this is the representation for me of the divine masculine in this deck. So like I said, one of the things that I felt for this was that this could be the mate. And it is here crossing young female, which I said could be you, and now dark male, which is the divine masculine for me, is sitting underneath it. So yeah, something definitely could have happened in the area of love there too. And it might be following a choice of paying yourself first, of you prioritizing yourself and picking, among various suitors who you feel is most appropriate for you at the time. June. Sitting right underneath the dark male is blonde female, which is the representation of the divine feminine for me in this deck. So I definitely feel a couple, developing here. And it's a top visualize abundance in all forms. Special, I'm going to emphasize all forms, because love is one of those forms of abundance. God gave you such great potential and spiritual power. Everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. So you can manifest romantic love whenever you're ready for it too. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. July. Atop block out distractions. It's passion. It's a very Two of Wands kind of card for me too. Two of Wands in the tarot represents divine unions and twin flame relationships. But this is a very fiery card, right, full of red and love. And you see the connection, the very, loving and tight embrace here. Passion. But it could be pursuing passions in all forms. But again, I definitely see the development of a relationship here. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's a continuation of that. But, do pursue all passions in your life, not just people, particularly around this period, July. Oh, in July, and you're a Leo, right? So that July, August, that's your time. That's your time. Atop this gratitude list, okay, here she comes. It's the brunette female, which ironically is often a Cancer or Leo for me, or like a Leo Cancer cuspian. But this is that karmic feminine energy that may be an actual person, and if so, yeah, it tends to be one of those signs in my experience. I don't feel it's necessarily attached at all to this gratitude list, but, it never hurts to count your blessings and to, write them down and speak them aloud and thank the universe, thank God for them, however you may choose to do so. So, this would definitely be as good a time as any to make sure you double down on that. Atop release jealousy. So and maybe that is something, like maybe she's coming into something and she doesn't deserve it. This is, like I said, potentially a karmic female. Maybe somebody at work or something for you to have a reason to be, jealous of her. Yeah, she may be coming into some abundance and that she doesn't necessarily deserve, but just make sure that you don't worry about it. You just remain thankful for what you've been blessed with and counting your blessings. And atop release that jealousy is children. So this is like a very Empress card, abundance, card of abundance, new beginnings. Venus, or the Empress, is representative of the signs of Taurus, Libra, and Gemini. So this person can also be one of those potentially. Sitting here atop the release jealousy card. But this is also a reminder again that you're going to come into your own abundance. So don't worry about what this person is going. And even if they seem to come into something that they don't deserve, you know, karma has a way of balancing out the scales and handling stuff, you know, and so does God. Yeah, so that'll be all right. For October, a top quiet retreat is new love. So this could be love anew. It could be brand, you know, maybe with this person. It could be brand new. Maybe this is a stop and go energy. You know, it could stop around here and then restart again. But there's a freshness, whatever. There's a freshness and an innocence to, you know, a love relationship. And maybe that's why you're going on a retreat. Maybe you're not going alone. Or maybe you're going off to think or something in October. October is a very romantic month, though. A lot of people do, you know, I don't know why, but it is. A lot of people, you know, get married, engaged and stuff in October, which is interesting. Anyway, November, like I said, has been phenomenal for everybody. What's up with it? It's more of this Venus energy, and it's sitting next to this one and crossing this one. That's interesting. But more importantly, this is your energy, I'm sure. And it speaks of Venus to me because of the beauty, and she's the goddess and the planet of beauty. But with all the red, you know, even red shoes, red lip, red shoes, red bustier, you know, this woman is fiery, like yourself, a Leo. So this could be the confidence again in the dreams and ideas that are culminating, that you're about to do something really big and put something together. And here, atop do the work in December, mature man. Well, that threw me. Because mature man, this could be a boss. It's the top do the work. It's the top do the work. This could be a boss, actually. This woman's from work. This woman, or this feminine energy, it's connected to work too. Because I'm getting it with the, yeah, this is a boss. This is somebody from work too. This guy, he comes through like an emperor for me. I have two cards in this deck that represent like the emperor. The emperor has a few different sides to him. And one of them is like a father figure, an authority, sometimes overbearing, like, like I can't take it. And that's what this guy tends to be. Potentially a manipulator. Yeah, often a married man or divorcee or widower, but it doesn't have to be a man. Like I said, it could be a female that's more masculine archetype also, if it's an actual person at all. And you have a female boss? You talked to me about this before, but I don't remember who was the boss, if anything. But there could be like a female, something goes on. It's not coming through completely. Let me see what the next card is here. You see? Something's funky here. Control, did I say overbearing, controlling, manipulative? And then you might have to make a free will choice about what your next steps are. Past love doesn't have to be romantic, although it may, but it can be like something you love doing, maybe at work that you're not going to be doing anymore, maybe getting moved. I don't know. It's not coming through completely, And maybe we're not supposed to see that far ahead because now I'm getting into 2020. Or maybe something goes on at your job that propels you to start your own thing in connection to this dream that you've conceived. There's another upright one here. Courting man. There could be another man involved helping you, partner. And he's a karmic energy, karmic masculine energy. I guess I could do this for days. And yeah, the situation is karma's at play, and maybe a karmic lesson also involved. I'll leave it there. Further advice for you, 2019, freedom. So yeah, cutting cords and of things that are holding you back like this, and anything that's manipulating you or preventing you from living your best life, getting rid of it and breaking free of it. First by just affirming it, if nothing else, and then that will, and calling on the universe for help. Remember, going back to this card, and that's what will enable you to move forward. So that'll begin you to free up. And here we have Ice Queen, and this is more Venus. This is you, I think, being very in control too, very decisive, very, I don't want to say cutthroat, because that makes it sound sort of unfair, and that's the opposite of what the Queen of Air is. She's totally diplomatic, fair. She's no nonsense. That's probably the word. And just cutting off what doesn't serve people, places, things, whatever it is, without hesitation, and keeping it moving. And this is going to be an energy for you in 2019. Wow. Happy New Year. I'll be back with the other spreads of your reading. So this one is like the forecast version. I'll be back with like a reading for you. Namaste.